What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mo Weed Entertainment, your home for cannabis news, entertainment, and more. I am your host, as always, Apollo, guys. On today's show, we are going to be touching on some news articles that are real hot in Missouri right now. I got to tell you, we're going to start off with the federal one, the big one. Everybody was so excited about cannabis rescheduling. Guys, that was weeks ago. Technically, that was last year. You know, and guess what's been done? Nothing. Nothing's changed. Nothing has happened. Cannabis is not rescheduled. It's not Schedule 3. Not nothing. The ball has moved no place. We are waiting to see. Like I said before, it's got to be signed off by the Department of Health. It's got to be signed off by the goddamn DEA, who is I don't believe, unless they get a new director in charge of the DEA and they completely change their entire stance on cannabis, we'll be waiting a long time. You know what I mean? Like nothing is happening. I kind of said this when it was coming out and people were mad at me. They were like, oh, negative Nelly over here. Yeah, I guess so. A little bit pessimistic when it comes to cannabis laws in the federal government. Like I said, we're playing the waiting game. We're going to wait. We're going to see. You know, be optimistic, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, the truth is, cannabis should be treated just the exact same way as alcohol, maybe with less regulations. You know what I mean? We'll see, guys. We're just going to sit. We're going to wait. Meanwhile, in the state of Missouri, let's see. There's a new proposal in the state of Missouri. It's not... Just please keep in mind that this bill, much like the federal legalization, has gone nowhere. It's not reached a committee yet. And just don't get your hopes up, guys. These people do this stuff and they get everybody hyped up and they think that, oh, everything has changed. Nothing has changed. But there is a new proposal in the state of Missouri that would expand the cannabis law and introduce new protocols, right? New protections. It would actually eliminate limits for how much you can have. It's going to change your grow limits, this, that, and the other. I'm excited about it. But come on. I mean, honestly, you know, it feels like we're chopping through molasses. You know, the state of Missouri isn't exactly known for following the will of the people, guys. You know what I mean? Like, historically, politically, legally, it's never been top priority. You know what I mean? The government in itself right now, whether it's local, state, or federal, it just seems like it's preoccupied with so many other things that, you know, we'll remain hopeful. You know what I mean? Like I said, this bill, it's gone nowhere. You know what I mean? It hasn't reached a committee. There hasn't been one assigned to it yet. But it looks promising. People are very excited about it. And like I said, this would, you know, add more protections and eliminate some of the old bull crap. You know, I don't know, guys. Be excited about it. I'm going to try to link as many of these stories in the description on the YouTube as possible. I won't be able to link them all on Facebook and all the other platforms and stuff. So you have to go to the YouTube and go check this stuff out on your own. Let's see. What else is going on, guys? There's a lot of things that are happening. All right. Let's see. Coming up real soon, we're going to have Hemp Day at the Capitol. This is going on February the 4th in Jefferson City, Missouri. Okay, this is the Missouri hemp industry mobilizing, standing up for their rights. You guys know how I feel. I'm all about that THCA. I think those guys are doing the best that they can. You know, they use a lot of scare tactics and a lot of bullshit to make you think that they're putting chemicals in the flower and making it dangerous and doing this, that, and the other. To be honest with you, I think you have to use your adult brain on that kind of stuff. The idea that people would put harmful things in the cannabis, it doesn't seem like a good business structure. You know what I mean? Like, why would you buy that? If you had something, you bought it one time and it was a bad experience, are you going to go back and spend your hard-earned money on it again? Hell no. You know what I mean? The quality always will and always should speak for itself. People doing good business continue to do good business, and people that do bad business fall to the wayside. You know what I mean? That's how business works. And I'm excited for it. Like I said, this is going down at the Missouri State Capitol February 4th. I hope I can make it down, honestly, if the weather is good. I'm not much of a cold weather guy. I'm not driving my car in the snow and nonsense, you know what I'm saying? Call me bougie, call me whatever you want to, you know what I mean? And this is sponsored by the Mo Hemp Trade, guys, and I will most definitely link their information in this. That way you guys can read deeper into it. You know what I'm saying? If you're into it, if you're not, I know there's a lot of people that really just want to be compliant and they want to do things the right way, and I get that, you know what I mean? I really do, but that's not for me, you know what I'm saying? I've been in the cannabis thing for over 30 years, and compliance was never part of it, man. I never once thought, well, maybe I should just follow the fucking rules, and you know what I mean? Like that, come on, man. It's weed, bro. It's been illegal. You know what I'm saying? You know how many times I've been sat on the curb and fucking searched and had the police go through my car? I was on federal probation for 5 years from the time I was 19 until I was in my 20s, you know, and they ain't never cut me a fucking break. Let me tell you that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So fuck compliance. I'm just not with that shit, you know. And if you want to learn more about that, Mo Canna Fest is coming up real soon, January 31st, 2 p.m. There's going to be a panel sponsored by Kindway and the Missouri Hemp Association and Canna Answers and some other people. Okay, that's going to be starting at 2 p.m. at the Mo Canna Fest, and I will link that information here in the video, in the description, on the YouTube. That way you can go. This is probably going to be a really good seminar that you're not going to want to miss. You know what I mean? Like, Kindway has always been there to try to put information out to help people understand what they need to do to be compliant, whether you're a grower or a caregiver or you're just a patient. Kindway's got the answers for you guys. It's super duper important. Let's see what else is going on. We're going to go check on the laptop. That stuff's coming from the phone. Shit. Speaking of fuck the government, Missouri marijuana businesses are being fined for bringing in clones and seeds from out of state, which to me seems like crazy talk. I love Missouri. I love cannabis in Missouri. I think that we have the potential to be a great market, but if we can't get clones and beans from other states legally, what the fuck, man? You know what I mean? Like, how else are they supposed to get here? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just sitting here trying to think to myself, why wouldn't you be able to bring in clones and seeds, man? They contain 0 THC. They're legal to ship across state lines. Why would it be a problem? Why is that written into the laws? Who the fuck knows? And that article is coming to us from the Marijuana Moment. I will link their information. It just seems silly, right? Like, if you have a business, whether it's a legal business or you're a caregiver or whatever you are, you want to have access to the best genetics possible, right? I mean, there's good genetics being developed right here in the state of Missouri. Show enough. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the home team. There's people out here, there's breeders in Missouri that are putting things together. There's some amazing growers. But if we can't communicate and bring in stuff from other states, what the fuck is the point? You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Purchasing limits are being redefined. More of the fucking anti-hemp. Honestly, guys, what it looks like, you know, we all know that there was a THCA ban voted up a while back, right, on a federal level. But it looks like it may possibly be getting postponed for 2 years in order for these people to continue operating, which I am all for. I say let them alone, man. You know, I mean, if I was the federal government, I think that would be the easiest way to say, okay, you know, let them do business. They're bringing in tax revenue. They're bringing in money. These are people are being employed at a time when we need it. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need to be taking away jobs from Americans. We don't need to be taking away jobs from people in the state of Missouri. You know what I mean? Especially in the cannabis industry. It doesn't make any sense. If you live here and you support that nonsense, I worry about your mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that I've talked to in the last month or so that are so loyal to their corporate overlords that I would consider them mentally ill. You know what I'm saying? Because that corporation doesn't have any loyalty to you. I know, who was it? From the Earth, which is Illicit brand. You know what I'm saying? Illicit owns the From the Earth dispensaries. They are now 100% employee owned. Those guys fired me for making a joke about boobs on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that, man. Fuck those guys. Fuck that whole corporate structure. I think that it is absolutely fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, of course. You know, let's see. Missouri marijuana officials file proposed rules targeting predatory contracts for equity business. Guys, there's no fucking equity in the state of Missouri when it comes to cannabis. There's no inclusion. You know what I mean? Like, if you're poor and brown, the state of Missouri is not down. There's no equity. There's no way for guys like me that come up fucking selling dime bags and shit to get into the game, short of being somebody's fucking bud tender or bud trimmer. Bro, that's not the position that I want to play. I've done it. You know what I mean? I wanted to be part of the whole legal cannabis world, and I did it, and it felt wrong then. You know what I mean? And it feels wrong now. I should be able to grow my own amazing weed and sell it to whoever I want. If I grow whack weed, people won't do business with me. And if I go grow good weed, they will. You know what I'm saying? Like, simple as that. Missouri marijuana microbusiness is beginning their first crop and harvest amid struggle to succeed. Gee, I fucking wonder why they're struggling to succeed. They make it so expensive. They price everybody out. Okay? Everybody. There's guys that have been in the game for 20 plus years that deserve a spot at the table that can't get in because it's just too expensive. There's no way in hell I could stop right now, file all the paperwork, and open up my own Showtime dispensary. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd never have that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the kind of money to get a micro license. Almost all guys, if you looked and if you watched and you've been paying attention, it feels like all the people that have the micro license were backed by secret money, hidden money, corporate money. And I know they busted some of them, but they didn't bust them all. You know what I'm saying? And last but not least, Missouri dispensaries could offer curbside pickup under new rules proposed by state officials. Great. I've been doing curbside pickup since the 90s. You want to meet in the Walmart parking lot? I'm there for you, brother. All right. That's it. I'm not going to bitch anymore about the news. Let's go pull up some events that are coming up. Quick, fast, in a hurry. We're going to do it quick because I don't want to be here all day talking to you guys. My Facebook is malfunctioning. What the hell? Nope, that ain't it. Why does it keep doing that? Here, let me close this out real quick. Let me see if I can pull up these events. Nope. It's being real. It's real funky. I know Mo Canna Fest is coming up real soon. It won't let me pull up the events tab on my Facebook. Jeez. KC Smoke and Flavor Fest. That is definitely not what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Give me 1 second. Hey, does your events, babe? Where'd you go? Right here. Oh, never mind. Is your events tab working? I'm not getting the tab on my Facebook. I know that there is a... There we go. Canna Vibes is coming up, I believe, this Friday here in Kansas City. And Mo Canna Fest is coming up here real soon. Frost Bowl, February 28th is coming up. That's going to be in Columbia, Missouri. I got it pulled up, but it's not being good. All right, there it is. Friday, January 30th and the 31st. Mo Canna Fest 17, guys. I told you that's where that seminar with Kindway is going to be at, guys. That is going to be at the Lake of the Ozarks, Encore Lakeside Grill, and Sky Bar. And it looks like it's going to be jumping, okay? everything right now kind of is really dependent upon the weather. You know what I mean? All right. And then the Canna Gala is coming up February 14th. That's also going to be at the Lake of the Ozarks. This is going to be at the Regalia. Like I said, February 14th. That's Valentine's Day. I know I won't be able to make that one down. That's my anniversary with my boo. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. Coming up in June, we got Vibe Fest 26. That's going to be out there at Captain Jack's. That's pretty far out. We're not going to worry about that right just this second, okay? And I told you already about the other Hemp Day, February 4th, coming up. I'm trying to see if there's an official event page here on Facebook. We've got a ton of stuff coming up here in the KC area, down the bottoms with Amy and Making Art with Amy, and Mama Mel's going to be there, and she's teaching a bunch of classes coming up. I'm having trouble finding those. But if you follow me online, they'll be shared. They'll be all there. That's it, guys. You know what I mean? I know it's a little weird doing the show without doing a review or smoking or anything, but I feel like the more of us that are sharing this information, the better. You know what I mean? Like, if you heard these stories already someplace else, good, that's great. If you haven't, now you have. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I will put the links in the YouTube description. That way you can read deeper into the article, because you obviously know that your boy is summarizing. I'm not going to read it word for word verbatim, and I want to make sure the people that wrote the articles get the credit for it. It's very important, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, and we will have another episode coming up real soon. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.